Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm sorry I'm late. I totally rely on the reminder for the phone number because I can never figure out where I write things down. I'm not particularly well organized that way. And so I didn't have a reminder. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just happened, and I wasn't organized.
I
So.
raised my hand now. Pointed.
Anyway, I hope you'll forgive me for being late. It's totally my fault. I was here. I was set up. I just couldn't find the phone number. So I do have an idea what I want to talk about. It actually came to me on Saturday afternoon, which is really a long time for planning this call for me, because usually it's like.
Recorded.
Yeah, so the idea came to me on Saturday afternoon, which is a long time for me to think about what I want to say on Monday morning. Usually I'm like, the minute the phone call gets made, I think, oh, maybe I'll talk about this. But anyway, a friend of mine who's an engineer, and we're really good friends, but he doesn't really believe in what I do. So we're polite about, with each other about it. And that's all fine. And we were having a conversation. He's an engineer. He's also a very fine sailor, and we were out on his boat, and we went over to McNabb's Island and had a wonderful afternoon with the kids and a bunch of other people. And Ben said to me something about how the Earth is 75% water, and that really triggered something in me because Bruce Lipton. If you don't know who Bruce Lipton is, you can find him on the internet. Just Bruce Lipton video. He's got many videos on the internet. I highly recommend his work. He's a cellular biologist who's discovered that thoughts, feelings, and ideas and behaviors turn on our genes, not our genes controlling our lives. And his work has had a profound impact in what's called the new cellular biology. Along with William Tiller and Candace Pert and Lynn McTaggart and Greg Braden. Anyhow, I diverge. So Ben said the Earth is covered with 75% water, and I thought, and I said to him, Ben, we are 75% water. Our bodies are 75% water. And he said, yeah. He says, that's really kind of an interesting analogy. I said, well, Bruce Lipton, if you look up his work, talks about how the universe is mirror images of everything. So our cells are mirror images of us, and we as individuals are mirror images of all the other humans on the earth. And if you take a photograph in a forest, for example, you can take that photograph and extrapolate it over multiple mirror images. You can almost exactly find the same shapes and angles and colors, and he actually did that on one of his videos. It was very interesting. And so I want to think about water. Water is really, really important. You may know about Masaru Emoto, Masaru Emoto, who took water, put it into separate vials, put the word love on one vial, the word hate on the other vial, then he flash froze the water and took a microscope sample, and he found that the crystals that were formed in the positive words like love, like care, peace, tranquility. It didn't matter really what the words were as long as they were kind of positive, happy words, formed strong and beautiful crystals. And then the words hate and war and anger, conflict, those words formed kind of weak, misshapen, dark-looking crystals that really kind of reminds you of what cancer cells look like. Actually, if you look at some of his work, Masaru Emoto, highly interesting work. So just the idea of putting thoughts into water changed the water. Now he's taken pictures of polluted lakes before a prayer group was there and after a prayer group was there, and the water in the lake changed. The crystals were changed. They were much more beautiful. They were much more stronger. They were much better formed. They had no darkness in them. I think this idea of strength is really the important one. When we are thinking happy, positive thoughts, and we're speaking those thoughts to ourselves, we're affecting the water in our body. So forget about all of the, kind of like positive affirmation stuff that we learn about, and we've learned about since the 60s. You had to say positive affirmations over and over. This is all useful, but if the subconscious is saying, no, I'm not, I'm a bad person, I should feel guilty, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should feel bad. If the subconscious mind is reminding us over and over and over again that we're not perfect in our imperfection, then the water gets the message that we're not perfect, that there's something wrong with us. And when we get the idea that there's something wrong with us and we start talking to the water in our body about it, our body forms weak. The water goes weak. And it's really as simple as that. So it's really on a cellular level that we need to start talking to ourselves. It's really on a viscous, liquid level. You imagine water flows. When we're stuck in stuck energy, our energy is stuck and it doesn't flow. And it's the same thing with the water in our body. It needs to flow in and flow out. That's why it's good to drink, a lot of water. But I also highly recommend that you bless the water that you drink, that you use Blue Solar water. If you don't know about Blue Solar water, go to ho'oponopono.org, HOOPONOPONO.org, and read about Blue Solar water. Bless the water that washes you. Pay attention to the water that you use. Be grateful for it. If you're grateful for the water in your life, you are grateful for at least 75% of who you are. That's going a long way to being completely grateful for everything that you are and everything that you have.